Father Burke, and any other honored guests, and my brothers. So I was born at a very young age. My parents met on Net Ministries here in St. Paul. Net Ministries, for those who don't know, is a team of young adults who travel around the world, or around the country, I guess, giving retreats to various youth, whether that's middle school or high school. And they met on Net. I got married shortly thereafter, and then I was born to them as a nice, small Catholic family. By the time I graduated from high school, it was no longer small. I was the oldest of 7 kids. The environment that my parents made for us, myself and my siblings, was very full of the love of God. And they started this from the day they got married. My dad's best man is now a priest of the American Archdiocese of Mobile, Father Den Irwin. My mom's maid of honor, her younger brother became a priest up here. His name is Father James Adams. Some of you may have him at Charari Parish. And my mom's maid of honor herself, she became my godmother. And then when I was young, she entered the Carmelites out in Alhambra, California. So I've had her prayers, and I'm very thankful for them over the last many years. So I grew up in a very, very strong Catholic family. Even before I started school, my parents would take us in daily mass fairly frequently. I remember when I was 2 years old, we'd bring the gifts up at daily mass quite frequently, and when we didn't, I would cry. When I started school, my parents chose to homeschool myself and my siblings, and I was taught the faith extremely well, and I'm very thankful for that. When I was about 10 years old, I started altar serving. But before this even, my best friend when I was growing up, I was about 6 or 7 years old, he was always talking about when he grows up and becomes a priest, and I thought, that'd be pretty cool. He can be the main priest, and I'll be the other priest, and we get to wear cool vestments and eat donuts on Sundays, and everybody's going to love us. So that was my idea of the priesthood. Everybody loved the priest. And I thought, this would be pretty cool. Father Den's a priest. Sister Catherine's brother's a priest. That's just kind of normal. And so I was very open to the idea. And I thought, this would be fun. This would be fun. I like this. And then when I started altar serving, I got to know Father Mark Dosh. He's the pastor of my parish up here in Minnesota for the first 6 years we lived here. And I learned to altar serve under him. And seeing his humility day in and day out, Sunday in and Sunday out, was astounding. I got to learn his love for the Mass. And that love for the Mass drew me closer to the priest. And I thought, maybe I don't want the priesthood just because it's cool. Maybe I want it because God actually wants it for me. Maybe that's actually God's will. So that thought started to grow in middle school. And then I started going to Lifeline Masses at the very same Net Center where my parents had met however many years before. And that continued to help my faith to grow. I saw other people living their faith out and loving their faith, living it to the full. And I thought, this is awesome. I want to keep going with this. And then, after the end of 8th grade, I went to Extreme Faith Camp. Aaron Hippis mentioned this yesterday. We were in a small group together along with Sean Mulcair, and that boosted my faith even more. And I thought, well, this is great. I can go into high school. I'm pretty certain I want to be a priest, and I can just kind of be the Catholic guy, and if anyone has questions, they can come ask me. So that was my freshman year of high school. Everyone started to know me as the Catholic guy. And before this, I was not at Chesterton Academy, for those who know me as the Chesterton guy. I was at a public charter school, so I was pretty much the only Catholic in my class. There were some others, but they weren't as vocal about their faith. And then after my freshman year of high school, I went on prayer team. And this is with several other guys who are now in seminary with me. There's 5 of us from that year. And also a priest from the Diocese of Lansing who is quite an inspiration to us. And I thought, I came into it, people knew, he's probably going to be a priest. We can call him our priest boy hero. Some of the girls on that week would call me, he's a little priest boy. I was like, okay, whatever. And so that week was another big boost towards me thinking, I want to move forward. I want to become a priest. And at this point, some homeschoolers that I had known had entered seminary, and some guys from Extreme Faith Camp that I had known had already entered seminary. And so this just seemed very normal. We had family, or I guess not family, but family friends when I was little into the priesthood. Now I've got guys I know personally entering seminary. And so throughout high school, I just started going visits, a snow football game in freshman year, a couple of Team Viennes sophomore year, everything junior year. And then by the time I got to senior year, I was like, all right, I've been there. I know enough. I don't have to go to everything, so I just went to half. My junior year, I started thinking, okay, this is great and all, but what if I just went to Ave Maria University instead and kind of waited until later to see if God's calling me to be a priest. So I got pretty close to dating, and then my dad said, Jacob, you're thinking about going to the seminary, right? Oh yeah, of course. And she knows this, right? Oh yeah, of course. Well, it wouldn't be fair to her or to you to start dating her with the plan to break up later and go to seminary. Well, my Father in heaven was speaking through my Father on earth, and the limitations that he posed on me then proved extremely beneficial to my faith in the long run. And so I went into my senior year, switching to Chesterton Academy now and having daily Mass every day. I was given through daily Mass the opportunity to just come to know Jesus much more deeply through the prayer that had been boosted from Extreme Faith Camp and Lifeline, and the knowledge of my faith given me through my homeschooling, and the love of the Mass from altar serving, and the example of the priest I had known. And so I went into senior year pretty confident. God wants me to enter seminary. So on November 1st, All Saints Day, which was also a Team Vianney, Vianney visit, and Borromeo weekend, I asked our vocations director, can I finally have the application? And he said, sure, here you go. And so I want to close this as my godmother always begins her letters to me. Praise be Jesus Christ.